The bell rang at St. Mary's High, echoing through the corridor like a warning. Inside Class 10B, chaos brewed. Chairs screeched, voices clashed, and a paper ball hit the board just as Mr. Rehan, the English teacher, walked in. He froze for a moment, not out of anger, but disappointment. His students barely noticed. "Good morning," he said quietly, placing his worn leather bag on the desk. No one replied. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on Adil, a boy slouched at the back, his hoodie up, headphones on. Rehan sighed. "Adil, please remove your headphones." Adil didn't move. A few kids snickered. Rehan walked closer, his voice still calm. "Adil, I know you hear me." Finally, Adil yanked out an earbud and glared. "Why do you care? It's not like this class will change my life." The class went silent. Rehan looked at him, not angrily, but with something that caught Adil off guard. Understanding. "You're right," Rehan said softly. "English might not change your life. But how you feel about yourself might." Adil blinked, unsure how to react. No teacher had ever responded like that. Usually, it was yelling, detention, or humiliation. Rehan didn't raise his voice once. He turned to the board and began writing. "Today," he said, "we're learning about emotional intelligence. Anyone know what that means?" No one answered. "It means," he continued, "being smart not just with your mind, but with your heart. Knowing your emotions, managing them, and understanding others." He glanced back at Adil. "Let's do an example." He drew a stick figure on the board labeled you, then another labeled others. "Imagine someone insults you in front of everyone. Your instinct is to fight back, right?" A few students nodded. But emotional intelligence asks you to pause. Instead of reacting, you ask yourself, why am I angry? What is that person going through? Maybe they're hurting too. He smiled faintly. Emotional intelligence doesn't make you weak. It gives you control. The words hung in the air. At the back, Adil stared at his desk. His heart felt tight. Why would anyone talk like that? He wondered. Why does he sound like he knows me? The bell rang again. Students shuffled out, laughing, chatting, tapping phones. Rehan stayed behind, erasing the board slowly. Adil hesitated, then walked up to him. "Sir, that thing you said about control, how do you do that? When everything feels like it's falling apart." Rehan looked up, eyes gentle. "You start by naming what you feel. Not pushing it away." Adil frowned. "Like saying I'm angry." "Exactly," Rehan said. "Say it, don't drown in it. You can't fix what you don't understand." He handed Adil a small notepad. "Try writing what you feel for a week. Don't show anyone. Just be honest." Adil nodded slowly. He didn't understand why, but something about Rehan's calm voice made him feel seen. That night, for the first time, Adil opened a notebook and wrote. Greater than, I'm angry. I'm scared my dad will leave again. I hate pretending I'm fine. He didn't realize it, but in that moment, he took his first step toward emotional intelligence. 3 months later, the school auditorium buzzed with noise. It was public speaking day, and every class had to present something. Mr. Rehan's class had prepared a skit, The Power of Words. Most students were nervous, but none more than Adil. He stood backstage, gripping the notepad Rehan had given him months ago. It was now filled, not with perfect grammar, but raw emotions. Anger, sadness, gratitude. When Rehan had asked him to share a piece of it on stage, Adil almost refused. I can't talk about my feelings in front of everyone, he'd said. Rehan had smiled. Then don't talk to them. Talk through them. Let them feel what you felt. Now, standing behind the curtain, Adil's heart raced. He peeked out, hundreds of faces, teachers, even his father sitting in the last row. He wanted to run. Then Rehan's voice came from behind. Remember, control starts with a breath. Adil took one deep breath. The curtain rose. Lights hit his face. Silence. He opened his notebook and began. Greater than, when you're angry, they tell you to calm down. But no one asks, why are you angry? When you're quiet, they call you lazy. But no one asks, what broke your voice? I used to think feelings made you weak. But a teacher taught me. Understanding them makes you strong. The room was still. Not a single whisper. Adil's voice trembled, but he kept going. Greater than, I was angry because I was scared. I was scared because I thought no one cared. But someone did. And maybe, that's all we really need, one person who listens. He closed the notebook. The audience rose in applause. But Adil didn't hear it, he only saw his father, wiping tears in the back row. After the event, his father approached him quietly. "I didn't know you felt that way," he said, voice shaking. Adil shrugged. "I didn't either. Until I wrote it." Rihan walked up, smiling. "That's emotional intelligence, Adil. You didn't fight your emotions, you understood them. And by doing that, you helped others understand themselves." Adil smiled for the first time in a long while. "Feels strange, but good." "Strange means you're growing," Rihan replied. The next week, something changed in class. Students were kinder. They listened. They asked each other how they felt, not as a joke, but with care. Rihan watched quietly, heart full. He had seen many lessons fail over the years, grammar forgotten, equations misplaced, but this one stayed. Because emotional intelligence isn't just something you teach. It's something you become.